Kirsten Gillibrand is a Democrat from New York, a member of the Armed Services Committee. She just returned from a trip to Germany and Poland, where she met with Ukrainian refugees as well as U.S. service members, and she joins me now. I guess first, Senator, just to get your sense of what you learned on this trip, what you took away from it in Poland and elsewhere.
I can tell you that the Ukrainian people are suffering deeply, but they are determined, and they are determined to win this fight. They are not going to stop. They are going to keep fighting to the very last man. I've never seen more resilience and more absolute sense of urgency for the people of Ukraine to stand and to not give up. They were very direct. We met with 4 women who were from NGOs and local government, and they were very specific in what they wanted for the Ukrainian people. They wanted more military assistance, and the money that we passed into law just last week will pay for hundreds of javelins and hundreds of stingers, hundreds of anti-aircraft defense systems, things that they need to defeat Russia. They want more sanctions. They want to just create a vice around Putin's inner circle, and to make sure that they feel the full weight of international sanctions in every regard, to deny them entirely from the financial system, and to begin to take their yachts, take their homes, take their resources. They want to make sure that when America talks about what we're doing, we talk about what we're going to do, not what we're not going to do. And I think that was a real statement of, we want to know that you are in this fight with us, standing shoulder to shoulder. And last, which I think is exactly right, they want Putin declared as a war criminal and all his generals, because when they are launching missiles at hospitals, at apartment buildings, killing children, killing innocent people, those are war crimes. And so I'm going to be working with my Republican colleagues that went on this mission with me over the weekend to write those pieces of legislation to hold Putin and his generals accountable for these war crimes.
We should note, of course, the U.S. not a signatory to the treaty that created the International Criminal Court, which would be one of the international bodies that might be able to prosecute these sorts of things. In terms of the refugee situation, I mean, I've been looking at the numbers, and they're really stunning. So today, the country of Moldova, which is the poorest country at a per capita GDP level in all of Europe, just south of Ukraine, it's taken in essentially 15% of its total population in 3 weeks. It would be the equivalent of 50 million people coming over the border in the U.S. in 3 weeks. Just an astounding thing. I wonder what your assessment was of the viability of finding places for all of these people, as these numbers are going to continue to go up and up and up over Lord knows how long.
Well, I can tell you the generosity of the Polish people was inspiring. Poland has taken millions of these refugees already. People are opening their homes for any family that needs a place to stay. We visited one of the welcome centers just 3 miles from the Ukrainian border. And there I met with a woman who has children and fled with her young children, leaving her husband to fight. And she said she's frightened and she doesn't know what she's going to do, but she knows she wants to go back to Ukraine. She wants to fight and make sure that we stand by the Ukrainian people, and she wants to return. And so these are people who are fleeing with as many things as they can carry on their backs, some people with very little, just to get to safety. As you said, over 3 million Ukrainians have already left, and nearly 10 million in total have either left or been displaced already. And so this is a country that needs our help, and we should stand shoulder to shoulder with the Ukrainian people. The good news is, Chris, that Europe has not only woken up, our NATO allies are ready to stand tall and to stand to defend any other NATO ally. And we have seen countries like Germany really step up to discontinue the Nord Stream pipeline, to increase their investments in military spending and security spending. And there is a galvanized effort across Europe to stand with the Ukrainians. They are literally blocking a Russian investment, blocking Russian trade, making sure that no one does business with Russian entities. And the world community stands against Putin today.
Senator Kirsten Gillibrand of the state of New York, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.